If you're over 40 and your belly fat will not move no matter how clean you eat or how hard you work out, I need you to hear this. The fastest way to shrink your belly after 40 is not another diet, and it's not more exercise. It's fixing one hormone, and almost no one is talking about it. The hormone is cortisol, your stress hormone. After 40, it is the single biggest driver of the fat that sits around your middle. Not sugar, not bread, cortisol. And the reason this is the fastest way is simple. When you calm your cortisol down, your belly can start to flatten in days, not months, because a huge part of what you're carrying isn't even stubborn belly fat yet. It's your body holding on for dear life. In this video, I'm going to give you the exact 4-part cortisol reset I use with my clients to shrink belly fat fast after 40, plus exactly what to expect week by week so you know it's working. And part number 2 is the one almost every woman over 40 gets completely backwards, so make sure you stay with me for that. Here's a quick bit why you can trust me on this. I lost 50 pounds myself and I've kept it off, and I've coached thousands of women in their 30s, 40s, 50s, even their 70s, helping them lose belly fat without starving, without punishing workouts, and without hating their lives doing it. And the women who actually flatten their bellies after 40 are not the ones doing the most. They're the ones who finally got this hormone under control. And if you want me to walk you through this step by step to get into your favorite clothes again this summer, my full flat belly course, including my Focus 20 workout system, is inside my She Fit community, and you can join in the description below. Now let me give you the reset. Part number 1, walk, don't grind. The fastest way to lower cortisol is the most underrated tool there is: walking. Not punishing cardio, not spin class, just walking. Ideally a few minutes after your meals. Here's why it works after 40. Easy walking is one of the only forms of movement that lowers your cortisol instead of rising it. Hard grinding cardio does the opposite. It spikes the very hormone that's storing your belly fat. So when you swap the grind from walking, you flip the signal from threat to safe. I had a client 56 who was doing 1 hour on the treadmill 5 or 6 days a week. Her belly had not moved in literally 6 years. We took off the long cardio and had her walk 20 minutes a day, mostly after her meals. Within 3 weeks, her waistband was loose, and she said she finally wasn't exhausted all the time. Same body, completely different hormone. And here's how simple I want you to keep this. You do not need 10,000 steps on day 1. You do not need a fancy walking pad or special shoes. You need a 10 to 20 minute walk, most days right after your meals, because that's when it also blunts your blood sugar and does double duty for your belly. Walk after breakfast, walk after dinner, take a call on your feet, park further away. It doesn't have to look like exercise to work like exercise. The whole point is that it's easy. You'll actually keep doing it because cortisol stays low only when this becomes a daily thing, not a once in a while thing. So part 1, trade the grind for a daily walk. Calm beats crushing every single time. Part number 2, stop eating less. Eat enough. This is the one almost every woman over 40 gets backward, and it's the one I told you to stay for. When the belly won't budge, the instinct is to eat less. Skip breakfast, tiny lunch, be good all day. But here's what undereating actually does after 40. It's a stressor. It spikes cortisol. Your body reads not enough food as danger, so it slows down and holds onto fat, especially around your middle. And then by 8 p.m., you're standing in the pantry because your body is screaming for fuel. I had a client 49 who swore she barely ate and still couldn't lose her stomach. That was exactly the problem. We added real food, protein at every meal, 3 actual meals a day. She was terrified she'd gain. Instead, within about 4 weeks, her belly started flattening for the first time in years because her body finally felt safe enough to let it go. And I know how scary that feels because every instinct you have says eat less to lose more. But think about what undereating is actually telling your body. It's telling it food is scarce, you're in danger, hold on to everything. That is a cortisol signal. The fix is the opposite of what you'd expect. You eat on purpose and you build every meal around protein, 30 to 40 grams a meal if you can. Protein keeps you full, steadies your blood sugar, so you're not crashing and craving, and it protects the muscle that keeps your metabolism alive after 40. When you eat enough, the late night pantry raids stop on their own. Not because you got more willpower, but because your body finally trusts that it's being fed. So part 2, stop starving yourself calm. Feed your body. Anchor every meal with protein and your cortisol comes down. You cannot starve your way to a flat belly after 40. Part number 3, protect your sleep like it's part of the plan. This is the one women always underestimate. Your body is not made in the gym after 40. It's made while you sleep. When you don't sleep, cortisol stays high the entire next day. Your hunger hormones go haywire and your body stores fat around your middle on purpose. You can do parts 1 and 2 perfectly and poor sleep will cancel them out. I had another client, 52, perimenopausal, doing everything right and getting 5 hours of broken sleep a night. We changed almost nothing but her sleep. An earlier bedtime, no late grazing, some morning light. In about a month, her belly was visibly flatter and she said the bloating she'd had for years was finally gone. That's how powerful calming the night is. And you don't need a perfect 10-step bedtime routine. You need a few simple things. Get to bed 30 minutes earlier than you do now. Close the kitchen after dinner so your body isn't digesting all night. Get some daylight in your eyes in the morning, which sets the cortisol rhythm for your whole day. And keep your phone out of the bed because the late night scrolling is a quiet cortisol spike right before the hours you're supposed to be calming down. Better sleep is not a luxury after 40. It is fat loss. It's the hours your body actually does the work. So part 3, guard your sleep. Get 7 to 8 hours and you keep cortisol low around the clock. Part number 4, cut the hidden cortisol spikers. Here's the part nobody warns you about. You can be walking, eating enough, sleeping better, and still keeping your cortisol high all day with a handful of little habits you don't even think about. The big ones after 40, caffeine on an empty stomach first thing in the morning. When your cortisol is already at its highest, which spikes even further and leaves you wired, then crashing. Alcohol in the evening, which feels relaxing but actually raises your cortisol and wrecks the deep sleep we just talked about. Doom scrolling the news in your phone. It keeps your nervous system in low-grade fight or flight for hours. And saying yes to everything, carrying everyone, never stopping, which is the story of almost every woman over 40 I've ever coached. I had another client, 47, who was doing the walks, eating well, sleeping okay, and her belly was not moving. When we actually looked at her day, she was having 3 coffees before noon on an empty stomach and a couple glasses of wine most nights to wind down. We didn't make her quit anything cold turkey. She just had her coffee after breakfast instead of before and cut the wine to weekends. Within 2 weeks, her face and her belly looked less puffy, and she said she hadn't felt that calm in years. So part 4, look at your day and find your cortisol spikers. Push your coffee until after you've eaten. Put the alcohol back. Put the phone down an hour before bed and practice saying no to one thing this week. Small changes, big drops in hormone that's holding your belly hostage. Now, some of you are thinking, Shar, isn't belly fat just calories? If I'm not losing, I must be eating too much. I get it. I believed that for years, but here's the truth. After 40, you can eat perfectly and still hold belly fat if your cortisol is sky high, because your body is choosing to store no matter what's on your plate. I've watched women change nothing about their calories, only their stress, their walking, and their sleep, and finally drop the belly that clean eating alone never even touched. It is not that calories don't matter. It's that cortisol is the lever you have been ignoring. And some of you are thinking, I don't have time to de-stress. My life is chaos. I hear you. I have 2 young kids under the age of 3 myself. But notice, none of this is one more thing to add. It's doing less of the wrong thing. Less grinding, less starving, more walking, more food, more sleep. This is the rare fix that asks you to do less, not more. Here's what I really want you to take from this. Your body is not broken after 40. It is not betraying you. It's doing exactly what it's designed to do under stress. It's protecting you. When your body feels safe, it lets go of that belly fat. When it feels like it's under attack from stress, from starving, from punishing workouts, it holds onto fat for dear life. The fastest way to a flat belly after 40 isn't to fight your body harder. It's to make it feel safe. Here's what to expect week by week. I want to set your expectations so you actually know it's working, because this is where most women quit too soon. The first 3 to 5 days, you'll notice it in the mirror before the scale, because the first thing to go is the water and the bloat. You'll wake up less puffy around your middle and your face. That is your cortisol starting to calm down. Most women are shocked how fast this part happens. By week 2, your waistband starts telling you the story. Your jeans button easier, your stomach feels flatter through the day and not just in the morning. And your nighttime cravings are quieter because your blood sugar finally stabilized. The scale may not have moved much yet, and that is completely normal. Your shape is changing before that number ever will. By week 3 and 4, this is when the real fat starts coming off, because your body has finally decided it's safe to let it go. Your energy is steadier, you're sleeping better, and the belly that wouldn't budge for years is actually shrinking. And here's the best part, because none of this is extreme, you can keep doing it. This isn't a 2-week crash that you rebound from. This is the one that finally sticks. So if you start this and the scale is slow the first week, do not panic and do not quit. Watch the bloat. Watch the waistband, watch your sleep. There are early signs that the fat loss is coming right behind them. So here's the whole thing. The number 1 fastest way to shrink belly fat after 40 is to lower your cortisol. And you do that with a simple 4-part reset. 1, walk instead of grind. 2, stop eating less and actually feed yourself. 3, protect your sleep. And 4, cut the hidden cortisol spikers. 4 parts, 1 hormone, and your body finally stops storing and starts letting go. So here's your challenge, and it's small on purpose. For the next 5 days, do just this. Take 1 walk after your biggest meal. Eat 3 real meals with protein. Get to bed 30 minutes earlier and push your coffee until after you've eaten. That's it. Then watch your stomach in the morning. You'll notice less puffiness, less bloat, and a flatter belly faster than you even thought possible. And comment the word calm below so I know you're starting this with me. I read every single one. And if you want me to walk you through this step by step to get into your favorite clothes again this summer, my full flat belly course, including my Focus 20 workout system, is in my SheFit community, and you can join in the description below. And listen, you are not alone in this, and your body is not broken. It just needs you to stop fighting it. I've been exactly where you are, and I promise you, when you calm the stress, the belly follows. And if this helped you, go watch this video next where I show you the only 5 exercises you actually need to lose belly fat after 40.